Hi y'all, and welcome to my brand new horse barn.
I'm gonna give y'all a rundown of this barn, how we did it, everything. 4 of my horses have moved, as y'all can tell.
So we went into the barn building process as soon as me and my now husband got engaged, and we weren't entirely sure like what we wanted exactly, but we did decide that we wanted to add a shed onto the side, which is what this is. We decided this pretty quickly just because we don't have like a garage here, we don't have any type of barn whatsoever here, nothing to like put the lawnmower under, anything like that. So we decided to easily add this 20-foot shed to the side of this. Let me be honest here, me and my husband would not be able to afford this or be able to build this without my father. So I'm very grateful for my dad for helping us in many ways do this. I'll be completely blunt and honest with y'all. I made a TikTok about this. I'm pretty sure, which I haven't kept up with it exactly, I should have, this barn cost us around $3,700. It's a 6-horse stall barn, so it should have cost us a lot more than that, but because my dad has saved money by buying things cheaper, accumulating things over time from auctions, from people he knew, we ended up getting a lot of this stuff for a lot cheaper than you can buy now. So I'm very grateful that he was generous enough to help us and to help us with the materials for this barn. This is actually a 20-foot shed. It's just for our storage. It is 36 foot long this way. It's very simple, honestly, not much to this. We did drop it a little bit, so my barn's a little bit higher than this, but that's just because we wanted to kind of use this as bays to park whenever we wanted to park. It was a really good idea, and honestly, I don't think it'll make us lose much time by adding this. Definitely think it was worth it. Let me show y'all Roscoe too. Since I haven't been posting it on YouTube, or like videos on YouTube, I have to show you me and Joe's new dog. His name's Roscoe. He's a miniature Dachshund. Y'all know I'm obsessed with mini Dachshunds, so I had to get one for me and Joe. What are you doing? Now let's get into the actual barn. I will say, I'm pretty sure it took us around 15 days to build this entire thing. So not too long with 3 people. I think it was pretty good. We chose to do color on the front, as y'all can see. This is white right here, and we have a little pitch to the barn. It drops, and it's supposed to be open right there. However, we have chose to cover up right there with tin because when it rains, the rain comes from that side and it soaks my stalls. So we decided to do a black wainscot on the bottom of this. I think it just gives the barn a little more character, adds some dimension, and also we have red mud here, red dirt, Georgia clay, and it really does get on the tin, so I did not want the bottom touching that red to be white. Now, this opening right here, I wanted a roll-up door. I still want a roll-up door, but I'm waiting because right now in the summertime, it's so stinking hot. I'd rather it be like open, wind flowing through it, and in the wintertime, that's when I'd rather have a roll-up door. So this gate, my dad actually made for me. Super heavy duty. It works great. But let me get into the barn. Latch right here. Let's in. Hi, y'all. As soon as you walk into the door, you turn to your left. This is our first empty stall. So originally we were making 6 stalls in here for 6 horses. Then we realized, where am I going to put feed? Don't ask me why we didn't think about this before. I've never actually built a barn before. What we used to use for my horse barn was like an attachment of my dad's pole barn, so we never really had to think that thought. So this is just new to us. Where we're living now, me and Joe probably are not going to live for the rest of our lives. So because of that, we wanted to build something that wasn't like super awesome, because one day we are hoping to move somewhere else and build a really cool barn there. Exactly what I want. That will be our permanent residence. This is the first stall. Here we have hooks for halters. I haven't moved any of my tack in here. That was something that I didn't care to have. I did not want a tack stall because I have always used my trailer. Y'all know that. But I use my trailer because of mice. Just, no, I'm not letting mice be on my nice saddles that I use, and I'd rather leave it like that. So eventually my feed is going to be moved over here. Right now from that stall is the feed stall for now. I do have one more stall front I want to put up, but we're waiting for a while. Right now I only have 4 horses here. You know me, you know I have way more than 4 horses. I have 3 at home right now. Jazz, Olive, and Ladybug. But Olive and Ladybug are I'm planning on keeping them at my parents' house until Olive is ready to be weaned. Then I'm gonna take Olive over here and that'll be how we wean them. Jazz, I'm really not 1000% sure about yet how we're gonna move her, when we're gonna move her, what we're gonna do, but that's just for later. Y'all know Jazz is my honest horse, my oldest horse, and she doesn't really need to be rode every day like these babies do, so it's nice to have them in my backyard, and if I want to, I can go to my grandma's and ride Jazz, so it's not that big of a deal. As y'all can see, what I was talking about before, the openings, that is causing a lot of airflow through there. But this side, we actually had to put up that clear tin. My dad washed it, but that's where it's like double lapped because the wind pushes the rain in here. My 4 stalls here are 12 foot by 12 foot. They're quite large. I have some at my other barn and my parents' house that are 10 by 10, and they're honestly big enough. But we actually built these walls, but the stall fronts, these came from my parents' barn because we brought those horses, so we figured you don't need them, let's bring them over here. If you've ever had stall fronts, you know they're expensive, and my dad was gonna have to build them probably, or you have to have them custom made to be 12 foot. A lot of them aren't. So I'm stepping into one of these stalls to kind of show y'all what we've done, how we did it. So we just basically stacked wood on top of each other, and then we added a brace in the middle. It's wood, and that's what we did to each wall. We also did it to the back side, to the back of the stalls. But as y'all can see right there, there is about a foot gap. That's what I wanted, just to create a little bit of a breeze, but not so much that you get water in here. Exactly what I wanted. Also, whenever I brought my horses, we realized that we have one right here, one in the next stall over. They were trying to stick their head over and chew on this and crib on this. So we stuck a piece of metal up here that's nailed down just to prevent them from doing that. Come on, Vasco. The final thing in my barn is the back side of it. And as you can see, this side, take a look at that metal right there. It doesn't match this side. Now there's a reason for that. We were planning on making the back identical to the front. But after we cut all the metal, did all the things, and we realized that we didn't have a a feed stall, or we needed some more room possibly in the future. We decided to kind of make it so we could add more if we wanted to. That's why we didn't fully put up the metal like we did on the front. Also, like I said, summertime right now. I want to have a breeze going through here. I want to have them not so hot in here. I don't want to have to rely on fans. There's Lee right there for me. And this gate back here, my dad made for me as well. It leads to 3 different pastures. We are using electric fence wire this time. We have tried it in the past before. It didn't work good, but the horses seem to be really respecting it. So it's been working really good so far. It's about to start raining. That's why it's been so freaking windy. I'm really hoping y'all could hear me during that. Intermission because it started storming. I put up the horses a while ago. I want to show y'all them in their stalls. This is Queen, Lee, Blaze, and Honey. They've really been liking it. It's definitely been different. They're getting used to everything still. They've never really had like a huge pasture like they have now, and they're loving it. My pasture is divided into 3. Roscoe, sorry, he decided he was gonna bark at them. Pasture is divided into 3 sections. It just is split by the electric fence, and I usually keep 2 on one, 2 on the other, and then there's a blank one they haven't even been to yet. They're loving it. They definitely haven't been eating near as much feed as they normally would because so much grass to eat. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'm sure y'all will see more of this barn in the future. Bye.